Good morning, YouTube slash evening, whenever you're watching this. But we're back here today, another day, episode 5. So what we're cracking on with today is we're going to, as I said last night, we're going to take off the subframes, steering rack, wishbone, suspension, wheels, hubs, all that stuff. We're going to take it off just to reduce the weight, you know, what's on the spit, and make it easier for me turning it around and to work on it and stuff like that. Yeah, that's all I need to say on the matter really. Front and back, but everything's coming off. And then the other thing on the cards, we're going to have a look at putting that seat rail in, welding that seat rail. It's not there now, but you know where it is, the back seat rail. I need to finish also drilling off the front seat rail. I'm going to trim down the rear seat rail as well. I spoke to one of my friends last night. Didn't even think about it. I'm going to cut it in half and just put the little stub in on the right hand side, because we don't actually need, where is it actually? There it is. So that one, as I said last night, that one, can you see it on that piece there goes through to that bolt. Where's the bolt? One of these bolts somewhere. Anyway, where is that? Maybe this one here. But so we don't actually need any of that. We don't need any of that piece there. It's just this side where this bolt here. So what I'm going to do is just lob it off about there, weld that into the car, and then there's a seat mount. Because there's never going to be, with me being strapped to the cage, there's never going to be any sort of, in an accident, as long as the front mount, the front one is welded in, I'm strapped to the cage there. There's never going to be an upwards, like that sort of, if that makes sense, angle. So it'll be miles strong enough anyway, that with that, and then it's going through to the original bolt, and my harness is bolted to that anyway. So it's literally just saving weight. So yeah, the other thing we're going to try and have a look at is just carry on cleaning up. I want to get them ground off, because I still haven't done them. Them 3 or 4, these, you know, the blanks, and then I also want to clean the cage up, some of these old welds out because they're crap, and get some nice fresh weld in there. I had a little practice last night just before I did that little update video last night. We had a busy day, and I was practicing a load of welds, and I'm getting better. These are all the welds here. I'll show you. So it started off not, well, they're alright. Some of these are alright, some of them not so good, but yeah. And then I welded, what did I do? Welded that little bit up there. A few more practices on here. Blew a big hole in here. But yeah, so this is going to be fun doing this underneath bit here, because we've got to obviously take it all back. It's got like some sort of undersealy sort of textured stuff on. I don't know what it is, but we've got to wire wheel it all back. That wire wheel, I went and bought a load more. Bought some of these DeWalt. Someone said the DeWalt ones are the best. They're just cutting discs, you know, to cut stuff up and cut. I think it's got a little 10-pack, I think they're tenner, little 1mm discs like that. Quite real thin ones. And loads of these flapper wheels, like little flapper wheel things, and then loads more than wire. You know which ones I mean, them ones. But yeah, so we'll crack on with that, and then same as usual, I'll just keep you updated. I'll do a few little short time lapses and that, and then I banged a couple of chocks in, just in there. You might have seen it on the video last night, but just to stop it, it was rattling around a little bit, because I've not done it like a welding thing. It just goes to about here, maybe something like that. But just to stop it, when you was turning it over, it was like, I think you've seen it on the video, it was like knocking. He was going like knock, like that, you know, like it was a bit unnerving when you were near it. So yeah, anyway, I'll speak to you soon. I just wanted to make a little note. I've just got a little hacksaw, junior hacksaw, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little witness mark on the steering rack. It's actually got the 2.25 10, the shorter 10, you know, the quick rack on this model, and that's the rack that's on it. But it looks pretty straight, so I just want to put a mark. I'll show you where I'm going to do it, but I just want to put a little mark on the UJ. Just on, you see there's like a line there. Can you see that? I've got it far over enough there. Well, you probably can't see it, but like a little line there. I'm just going to put a little witness mark on the well, when I take the blade out I am, but a little witness mark on the thing, so when I put it back together it'll be easier. So that was all, just a little pointer. I'll put it back time lapse thing.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the door how close it starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye.
So I don't need the heater on this morning. That was certainly heavy. I just dropped that. I was going to wait for Ash to get here. Ash is coming today, but I think he might be here now actually. But it's all out anyway. Front subframe. It's already. I can feel it lighter. Do you know? Well, obviously, I can spin it a lot easier on the old split. Yeah, I got all. I whipped the full rack out. Took the full steering rack out. Surprisingly light actually. Really light. Do you know? I thought it was going to be really heavy. Yeah, took that out. Marked that with a hacksaw, as I said. A little witness mark on the thing there. And pulled it out. Sorted. Get the back one out now.
Like just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye.
Flying today. That's the back off. Weird because when we measured the spit, when we were making the spit, me and my dad, not the spare of the moment thing, we measured it so it'd have clearance to spin round obviously, and when we spun it around yesterday with the weight, you know, with the wheels on and the axles on, let me just adjust that, so that's the wrong angle. Yeah, so when we still not the right angle. Not bad. Sort of. Yeah, when we, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, when we spun it around yesterday, it fouled on the floor on the roof. And anyway, it's alright now. All the way around. So it's top heavy anyway. So next on the cards is don't know what to do now, whether to weld, whether to get them off. You can see them a lot better now with the light. Get these lovely welds. I think I'm going to do that. I fancy doing that, so we'll grind them off. After that we'll whip that, grind the seat rails out and sort that seat rail out. But yeah, we're flying today, having a good day. Right, we've got them drilled off. Ground off. I'll show you what they look like. So we've got this one here. Is for the wiring loom. It's for a big grommet. I was just going to drill the centre out, but I thought it's less weight. Obsessed with it, but it's less weight, so we'll get that out, and then the full grommet can go looking for the wiring loom. That stud, I think, locates it. It's for the gearbox wiring, I think. That one's for the clutch, for the master cylinder for the clutch, and then obviously we're upside down now, so the clutch reservoir goes here. It's still got the original shape, it's all sound, so I'm just going to get a flapper wheel and clean that bit of, I don't know if you can see that. You can see it, it's all like a bit of the weld. It's not even been cleaned up, you know, underneath, so it's good news for me really, because it's made it easier to get off, but it still took half an hour, 40 minutes so to grind it all off. But yeah, clutch, master cylinder there. We've got, this was the other one, the brake booster. So you got the big brake booster that goes here. I don't actually know what I'm going to do because I don't know if he's going to clear this, but can you see that? It's like the roll cage goes through to the roll cage. You can see through there. Can you see? Maybe. But yeah, I might have to. Well, I'm not going to cut it, but I don't know. I'll have to adapt this, or I don't know. But sort that at a later date. I'll do some measurements. I say a later date, this afternoon. I'll measure it, make sure. And then the master cylinder for the brakes sits on the end of the brake booster, servo, assist box, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that one's for the steering. That one was already out. We've got one here, which is what I'm going to go on to next. Can you see up there? That my Aki sump comes, my line comes through there and then goes on along the chassis rail and then up at the front. And this was the other one. This was the main wiring loom. I think this goes to the fuse box. I should really put the fuse box in the car, but I don't think I'm going to, because it means adapting all the wiring, and I just want to keep it simple. I mean, it's complex, leaving it stock, but I mean, I want to keep it simple, as in keeping the tasks down for this thing, because I want it to be. I don't want it to be a lifelong project. I want it to be done, obviously, in the time scale. So yeah, I'm going to get the flapper wheel now, clean these up, and then spin the car around, prop it up, so I can work on the seat rail. I think they were doing the seat rail next. Seat rail and whatever else I just said a minute ago. Grinding that box out. Yeah, grinding that box. Oh, I just found a bolt there. Obviously there are bolts coming out from everywhere, you know, when you turn it upside down. Just didn't realise that. Learn something new every day. Those, the subframe bolts that will bolt the front subframe on, that's what they're for. I've always wondered what they're for. I wondered why they were still left on the chassis, but yeah, it's for that. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, so I'll put you on time lapse and do a few little time lapses of what I'm doing. But yeah, I'll speak to you again soon. Right, so we've 1 minute. Let's turn this meter on. Good noisy thing. Got an upgrade on the heater. We've got a kerosene one now, so it's sweating in here, like better than that thing, that propane thing. But yeah, I've cut the rail out. Not fully yet, but you can see, cut the rails out. Got to grind them off the same as that needs cleaning a bit more with a flapper wheel. You can just see there. And then I've just tacked that bit of the seat thing on to bolt the seat to. And there's the original half there. And there's the original seat posts. You know, you see them on the rail, yeah. Them two are actually heavier than the original one. Do you know that don't know what it is, tube wise. But yeah, they're heavier. So we had a little go at some of these welds, and they're never going to be fantastic because we're going over the welds that were not good at before. So we've just like V'd them out, you know, V'd out the welds, and then got some weld in, like, see it there? And then where we can, you know, that's the right mess. There was a hole there, it was just a mess. But yeah, I've just been going over, just having a little clean up, you know, and then going over some of the welds. I've got a nice big burn on my hand, right in the middle of my hand there. Nice big dollop of weld just sat on there, so it's killing. But all I'm going to do is I'll put it on time lapse now. I forgot. I went and had some lunch and then I forgot to put it back on. But I'm going to weld that up fully. Do you know the seat bracket thing? Finish cutting that out. I've put a cover over that because it was just getting absolutely grafted, you know, with rust. But yeah, I'll get that one out of there, weld it back in here, and I'll put it on time lapse. So, right, so we've got the back one welded in, and got the front one taken out of that car. I've got it fully welded in now, the back one. I'll just really like, nice big weld on there, a few chicken shit welds on there, and then a decent weld on the back. So that's not going anywhere. Got the front one in. See that? Got the front one in there. I'm just gonna now do you know, weld through the spots, put a few stitch welds on it, and then I'll trial fit the seat. I think that's going to be about it for today. It's getting on now, it's like 6:30, so yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, I'll bang a little time lapse of me doing that, and then other than that, tune in tomorrow, episode 6. We're flying through them now, but tomorrow we'll be just checking over the cage in general again, you know, going over all the welds, welding that front end on as well properly, because I didn't do that. Still just tack welded on, and get a clean up. I say this every day, clean up, but yeah, well, I'll be going through the inside and cleaning up, and then moving on to these tubs on the front probably, you know, cutting the front tubs down and then tidying up the welds on there again. But yeah, tune in tomorrow, next episode. Take it easy.